welcome back to Higher Self Wellness with Alec Hurley. I'm your host, Alec Hurley, and I want to right away give you a big thanks, a lot of gratitude, and I appreciate the time that you've taken for writing a review, rating the podcast, letting me know that this is worthwhile of listening to. So, just a big thank you to everyone who's done that. And if you haven't yet, and if you find this valuable, insightful, inspiring in any way, I ask that you show some support and go over to iTunes, leave a rating, a review, or even just share it with somebody else who might find some value. So today I'm coming in with a super short little talk about just ordinary thinking, because ordinary thinking is just, plain ordinary, and it can keep us in this very linear life experience. And that's good and all, but there's so much more out there to experience, like within our own bodies, within our own mind, within all deepening our connections with our environment. And so, ordinary thinking. Are you stuck in that same mindset of how you were last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? We can become so stuck in this linear way of just moving through the motions, of moving through life, and rather than evolving and growing and learning from our experiences and expanding our mind and expanding our ability to just experience life. And so how do we do this? How do we break out of this ordinary thinking? Well, we can see that it's closely tied to ordinary action. And our ordinary actions over time they keep us stuck in the same loop of very similar experiences. And so I really like to break out of this, changing the mind, changing the beliefs, changing the habits and behaviors, and changing the effort that we put into all of this. And so how do we do this? Well, we do this through conscious awareness. We do this through exploring what our behaviors are actually looking like and how can we upgrade those to support that next level that we want to experience. And so this is one of my favorite things to go through, not only with myself, but also with other people. And so I'm guiding a group of peeps, people who are ready to uplevel their habits, uplevel their ordinary thinking, to break that threshold of ordinary thinking and ordinary effort to really expand and deepen their experience of life. And so this group, we're gonna take off here really soon, the middle of the month. And this is my favorite course to teach because it invites you to reshape your life. And we do this by taking one small action step at a time. So, is this for you? Are you stuck in this ordinary thinking and ordinary effort? Well, ask yourself, are my current habits supporting my health long term? Are my current habits supporting my rest and sleep? Are my current habits giving me deeper states of energy and deepening relationships and connecting me to my outer world? Well, we all know what's best for our body. We know exercise, healthy food, time to relax, all these things are very, very good for us. But it's very challenging to change our behaviors for good. It's really challenging to implement new behaviors that support regeneration and vitality. Well, why? Because we can get so stuck in this ordinary thinking and ordinary effort and just hoping that it's going to take us to that next step, that it's going to support us on the journey of becoming healthier, becoming just feeling better in our body, more deeply integrated in our own body. And through this ordinary thinking and ordinary effort, we try for a while, and we may even try really hard for a little while, but not see any results. And this is because it takes time for these sorts of things to begin to shift, right? You work out one day and we can't expect to be in the best physical health, yet doing that consistently over time helps build up a momentum. And when that momentum begins to catch up, that creates massive change. But it's hard to see and measure those small steps taken in each moment. But again, like when you do it over time, when you take small steps over time, they accumulate, they build momentum, and they create this massive change in your physiology, in your psychology, in your just total overall experience. So over time, if we can break through this ordinary thinking and ordinary effort and know that, okay, I can just uplevel my efforts and tap into this expansiveness of my imagination of how do I really want to experience life, take a small action step. That is what helps us over time really shift our reality into what it is that we want to create it to be. But we must expect it to be hard. We must expect it to be challenging. Right? When we do new things, it's going to be challenging. We're going to stretch ourselves in new ways, and we're going to be doing new behaviors that may be a little bit uncomfortable. And that's because things that are new are not familiar. Things that are not familiar can tend to be uncomfortable. And we must expect that to not be easy. It's going to be challenging. And if it was this easy, right, if we didn't have to put in that extra little bit of effort, if we didn't have to expand our mind and see things in a different way, then everybody would be in the greatest shape of their life. Everybody would be in the best health. Everybody would be in their most peak mental cognitive state to where they can hyper focus and switch tasks and become so effective in their life that they can deepen their impact and show up in their relationships and so on and so forth. So this is when ordinary thinking and ordinary action are just almost never enough to begin this path of conscious evolution, conscious action. And so just another little idea here is that, like, I believe this is James Clear who said this, great author, and excited about his new book coming out next month. Our current identity is a direct reflection of who we believe ourselves to be. So I'm going to say that again. Our current identity is a direct reflection of who we believe ourselves to be. I revisit this quote so often because my current identity is a direct reflection of who I believe myself to be. And so to change our behaviors for good, we need to start believing new things about ourselves. So if you have a behavior that you would like to change, then you need to start believing new things about yourself, about what is possible. And this comes down to ordinary thinking and ordinary actions are almost never enough. Ordinary thinking is just going to stay in that linear experience of life. However, when you break out of that linear experience and you begin to think exponentially about, a year from now, I would love to not have joint pain. I would love to be in good physical health. I would love to lose a little bit of weight, whatever it is. We can begin to think exponentially and to tap into the imagination and go beyond this ordinary thinking and go beyond the ordinary actions into, okay, how can I begin to start this path to create momentum to go in that direction? So to change your behaviors for good, you need to start believing new things about yourself, about what is possible. Break through that ordinary thinking, break through the ordinary action, and trying something new. And when our actions are aligned with that desired state beyond the ordinary thinking, they begin to create your life experience, right? Actions over time create your life experience. And so this is why it's so important to choose behaviors intelligently, consciously, rather than just mindlessly moving through life, hoping for the best, and thinking in this ordinary state and taking those everyday ordinary actions. Right? If we really want to experience life to this deeper degree, we need to get out there and create our best life consciously. Go beyond the ordinary thinking, beyond ordinary action, and get out there and do something new. But remember that it begins with what you believe is possible. So get curious about what is possible. How do you want to experience life? Are your current habits supporting your health long term? Are your current habits supporting your rest and sleep? Are your current habits giving you that deep energy that you need every day? Well, if you'd like to explore how you can do this, how you can go beyond your ordinary thinking and go beyond your ordinary day-to-day actions that are almost never enough, then let's connect. Let's have a conversation about this, because this next program is starting soon. And if this sounds like something that you're interested in exploring, then I invite you to take action right now. Go beyond your ordinary thinking. Go beyond your ordinary effort and take action and schedule a complimentary one-on-one workshop with me. Because this is my passion. This is what I really love to explore, especially within my own physiology and with my own consciousness, because I've seen so much return in just deepening my experience, going beyond what I believe is possible about myself, going beyond what I believe is possible within each little action that I take. And this is because I understand that my current identity is a direct reflection of who I believe myself to be. And so if I believe myself to be this, and that is not who I am striving to be, then I need to take action. So you can connect with me on the website, www.higherself.yoga. Right there at the top, you can click the button, and that'll take you to my booking page. It is absolutely free. You can connect with me there. And I hope this inspired you just to think about how you're perceiving your reality. And are you just complacent with this day-to-day ordinary experience? And also, are you curious about deepening that experience, exploring new possibilities? So if you are, go to the website, schedule it right now while you're in this nice peak state of curiosity and thinking about how things could be different, could be better, could be more supportive, so you have that energy you need and you're in your optimal weight and you're just feeling good and embodied. Let's do this. Let's do this together. So head on over to the website, schedule it in right now, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. If you found this insightful, helpful, inspirational, then share it with somebody else who may find value in this as well. Really appreciate that. And most importantly, I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are listening to this. And thank you for just taking the time to tune in. And I hope you take care. Take care of yourself. And remember to be kind to yourself through this process as well. So, much love to you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.